Maybe he's in Dubai, but I'm not pretty sure exactly. But as at 2 days ago. So, right. I'm just going to share the essence of this group and what we're actually meeting so that we can set up a very good pace.
Hey, baby, something.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Tabo. Please go ahead. I didn't even see that on the list. Please go ahead, Mr. Tabo.
Hey, I was trying to answer a call telling somebody that I'm busy and then I'll be with them. Sorry, man. What was the question? You say you know the essence of the meeting. Why are we meeting? Is that the question?
Yeah. No, your name, where you're connecting from, and what are you expecting from this group? Your expectation.
Okay. My name is Tabo. I'm from Tabo. My surname is Sikati. I'm from Victoria. I'm a businessman. What I'm expecting is to learn more about myself firstly and my capabilities. What can I achieve? And if there's any way I can expand and grow more in knowledge and in everything. Let me take the volume down. Sorry for this. Yeah, that's the short of it. I just want to learn more and see how I can grow and build myself as a person and also in the business space to know, because sometimes you think you know, or you think maybe there is not enough opportunities. But I think with this, it presents more opportunities because of you meet different people with different mindset and from different places. Then you learn and grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Tabo or Pastor Tabo. Can I hear from Wasim Sheikh? Yeah, I think we actually forgot about it. Wasim Sheikh, can you hear us? Okay, maybe. So, right, I'm just going to share my screen right away so that we can actually have a very good, deep understanding of what the group is about. Because I found out that, when there is no clarity in some places, some people get to miss some things here and there. Can everybody see my screen? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Fantastic. So we call ourselves Zillionaires Group. And how was this group actually bettered out? We found out that in the world, no matter the kind of money you want to have, no matter the impact you make, no matter the things you do in life, you want to be able to get to a certain level whereby you are contented and you've been able to add values into the community of life and you've been able to build men. Because what you eat is what you give. You can't give what you don't know. You can't give what you don't even take in. And life has got different faces, and men's are also in sizes. Because what you don't know is bigger than you until when you know it. Those who knows rules over those who do not know. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. But when you are informed, you can be able to create and be able to put things in place. So Zillionaire Group was born out of passion. Whenever we look at everything around the whole world, everybody say they're millionaires, some say they're billionaires, some say they're trillionaires, and everybody ascertain that level. But the Z level, no one has been able to actually say, this is where I arrived. And the last time I checked mathematically, when God was creating man, every man on earth, biblically, God wants every individual to become the whole good book for the sake of those who are not Muslims, who are not Christian. The good books did say that for every humanity on earth, we are meant to become trillionaire. X-tet, which is 16th trillionaire, mathematically. Now, how am I able to prove some of these things? there was a translation of the word that I read, the Holy Book. And there was a very first day I was actually sitting down, calculating the net worth of our forefather generation, which is Abraham. Abraham happened to be a trillionaire. If you calculate the amount of animals he has, the amount of territories he's actually having, and also the garden that was created and things that he ruled over. Even the Bible could not even place a particular figure to his status quo. When you move from Genesis to Exodus, you find out that Moses is also very wealthy. Every one of these guys always have wealth in different area, but at the same time, they're all wealthy. So when you look through those chronologically, you find out that the essence why God created humanity is for us to be able to dominate and to be in charge, to be the one who is actually taking over certain policies, rules, and regulations that will be able to take over the world. But it happens to be that not every one of us actually know that God has actually made us a God to be able to command, to create, to dominate, to subdue. And now, when you don't know, you can give. So from this area, that was where the Zillionaire community actually came up, because I've raised, through the grace of God, I've raised millionaires, more than about 50 from different continents across the world. And we used to call ourselves youngest Zillionaire far back then. And I don't want to expose anybody in the group in here. One or two of these people has actually been part of this movement of youngest Zillionaire. But Zillionaire now became a global brand that we want to be able to put out there. So what is the vision of the Zillionaires group? The vision statement is for us to be able to create a community where individual can forge a path to financial liberation, empowering each other to achieve a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, zillionaire net worth and beyond the status quo, and unshackling from a financial burden and fostering a culture of abundance and philanthropy. That is what we want to become. That's the vision. And now we all know that you can't have a vision when there's no passion. And the vision, when you look at everything we're all talking about in here today, from the notes I've taken down, some say they want to learn from one another. Some say they want to network with like-minded. Some say they want to learn and earn. And someone also say, I want to connect professionally. Some say, I want to take on new challenges and give back to the community. And someone also said, I want the knowledge and passion. And when you look at all these things, it falls within the vision. Because within our community of the Zillionaires group, we are envisioning a world where financial burden dissolve and replaced by the glow of abundance, where every member shine as a beacon of prosperity, lightening the path to a brighter future. In the UK, we have a community. We call it the Black Billionaires Community. And in this community in the UK, the least of everyone drives Ferrari while I was in the UK, in London, in Hackney, to be precise. And we've been able to replicate some of these things across different countries. And a lot of people, we all do business within ourselves. And when you look at the Jewish community or the Muslim community, they work within themselves. They empower each other, they come together, they hold themselves, they support themselves, and they look far beyond what is ascertained now to be able to have a financial freedom. And in the Christian community, some community, it's all about competition. And we've gone far beyond that. We are here to collaborate, to share, to live a life and a culture of abundance beyond religion, race, color, status quo, so that we can be able to have a voice out there. That is the reason why the Zillionaires Group had this vision in place. And what is our mission? Our mission is to cultivate and support an ecosystem where members learn, strategize, learning the concept of how to create wealth, learning the concept of putting a system in place, and also seeing how we can be able to loot the poor by creating a system for wealth building practices. Because when you look at the average human being on earth, they only have just two sources of income. They just maybe salary, they go to work, they live on wages, and at the end of the day, maybe they're trying to invest in one thing or they have a savings. That's all they have. But there is no wealth that is built with just two sources of income. In the Garden of Eden in the Bible, in the Holy Book, it took about 4 streams to be able to water the garden, according to the Word of God. And if it takes 4 streams to water the garden and the garden to be able to flourish, it means that for a normal human being that wants to be able to set themselves free must create minimum of 4 sources of income. And this can come through. In here, we're not selling products. We're not selling things to anyone. But I'm only on a mission to raise, between the next 6 months, out of 20 people, or how many are we? I think it was 20 that was the target. I think on the group we're about 50 something. But if we are able to raise 20 people to ascertain that level by December, it's going to be one of my greatest joy. This mission is to cultivate and support the ecosystem where members learn, strategize, and execute wealth building practices. We leverage collectively in terms of knowledge, in terms of resources, to attain that millionaire and zillionaire status quo and embracing financial freedom through education, mentorship, collaborative endeavors. We aim to eradicate financial constraints, enabling our members within ourselves, leading fulfilling lives, contribute meaningfully to the world around us, wherever we are. With all these things I've mentioned, I do believe that most of us know that there is a lot behind this. I believe on this forum, most of us, it might be a first time that we're actually meeting ourselves like this. But I've had a encounter with virtually everybody on this forum. In about 3 weeks ago and 4 weeks ago, we held a meeting in Rosebank in Johannesburg. And we had about 2 Saturdays, where we're able to talk about mindsets. And we're able to recalibrate. And I do know some of us in this meeting, we've actually been able to go through some of this series, maybe one-on-one or many-to-many. But in here, I want us to know that we are one family. And I don't want a situation whereby when we are bringing in someone to speak to us, and after we finish that meeting, the person will now say, you know what, I'm going to be following that person to go and converse in their group. In here, we're going to bring people that you've seen in different atmospheres, that you'll be willing that you can actually have a one-on-one like this, the way we are. We're going to have a lot of them. The last time we brought Mr. Omugo Ugochukwu into South Africa, and we had a very good 2 days intense sessions. And I think with that, I wanted to ask, because I know there are some people that actually attended 1 or 2 days of those events. I'm just going to call on about 3 people to give a testimony of what they learned in that 2-day or 1-day meeting we had. On this note, can I call on Mr. Tabo Sekati? if you can give us a testimony or share what you take away from the sessions we had in Johannesburg.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Me personally, I grew a lot since then because of even in my ministry, I talk to people every day. So sometimes you find that you people come to you with challenges, especially that has to do with finances, but you don't really know how to tackle the issues. So because of most of his teaching, it was scripture based. So it has helped me a lot confidently to stand before people and say something about finances, how to change their lives and how to make it better. And even the teaching about knowledge, when he was teaching about the three, I can say just the three angles of knowledge. You say someone can know something from reading, somebody can know something from seeing, and then somebody can also know something from that thing. It has helped me a lot because of we sometimes our knowledge it is not fully, it is not full. So we know something just from a certain angle. Like let's talk about millionaires. You might be knowing millionaires only from what you read about people, but you haven't been really around millionaires to see them, how they think, how they behave, and then how they do things. You see, so it means your knowledge about millionaires, it is not full. You only know it through reading or maybe seeing TV or documentaries or whatever, but you are not really exposed to that. So it has helped me a lot to say when you really need knowledge, the full thing about knowledge, you really need to dig deep. Don't rely only on one source of saying, I've read about the subject, then I know about it. You need to go out and look for more information about the subject and engage in the subject so that you can really say, and now I know. So on that one, I think I have learned a lot and many things, but it was a very good session. And yeah, it was for the first time I saw him, but I learned a lot from him. And yeah, and then I think I really also understand the way he teaches, even though it was short and then the information was more, but it was worth it for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tabo. And also, can I call on Daniel? What was your take home, or what did you take from those sessions?
Okay. For me, as Pastor Tabo has mentioned, I've learned a lot as well from those sessions. I've learned a lot from Mr. Oguchuku. The way he teaches as well, he makes it easy. The first thing that I've learned was that the longest mountain in your life is your mind. So you need to change how you think and how you view things in order for you to learn new things. So you need to unlearn what you already learned so that you can be open to can learn new things. And also the fact that for you to become successful, if you become successful by mistake, it's easy for you to lose that, whatever that you've accumulated. But a if you've got a formula that you follow to become successful, you are able to sustain that wealth that you have built over time. And to also understand that the meaning of wealth, that you need to study money in order to you need to study wealth, you need to understand what wealth is and how it works. And the most important thing that I liked was the fact that it was Bible based, because you get a lot of people that believes that when you're a Christian you are bound to be poor. But when you understand that God has actually created us to be rich. We're not supposed to be poor if we understand the Bible principles. That was very interesting for me as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I just want to take one more from maybe one of the sessions that I had with some of you here. I just want to call on Megan. though you were not in the session, I just wanted to learn, what have you learned during some of our sessions we had together? Maybe in Joburg, Whitney, Morgan, and Megan.
Hi again, everybody. Well, broadening your mindset was one thing that really stood out, and that rich people collaborate. I think you've also just touched on that in the session already, but that's a very strong one. That point stands out for me because as you mentioned, as Christians, and I think also as people of color, there is a different thing to do because it's not something that we see a lot in our communities. And I think that is part of why we are here, to get the right connections and make sure that that mindset shifts. So that's one of the bigger things that stood out for me.
Thank you so much to every one of you. So, if I may also ask Eri Yabayaze from Nigeria, because I do know he's attended few sessions that we organize as well in Nigeria. Eri Yabayaze, are you there? Can you share what you've learned so far on this journey in the community?
Yes, okay. Good evening once again. Yeah, I've learned a lot actually. Not just learning, I've learned how to create, basically, how to be an active creator. Because I believe right from 2018, when I started this being part of the general family, it was challenging at first, but I stuck with it and I kept growing daily. And there's one thing our father told us, and he said, always ensure to be 1% better every day. And I took that, you understand, and with understanding the principle of compound interest. I know that 1% of something on an interest every day, after a span of 2-3 years, it's going to be massive. So that's one of the key things that stood out for me actually. And with that, I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Eri, for that. I want to call on Nasima Siwela. I think she attended one of the sessions as well. I wanted to ask, so that it's going to be gender equality balance. What did you take home from our session?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I learned that you actually need to focus on one goal. Like, that was the most important thing, because sometimes you want to get a whole lot of things at once and you're trying to juggle them and it's not going to work. So focus on just one goal. And I loved learning of the resources that we have, which were financial resources, the value that you bring to what does your business or your idea bring, or even at work. Are you credible? Credibility. It was about cash flow. Those are your financial resources. And then the non-financial resources, I learned about time, how to manage time, the knowledge that you have, because we need to be knowledgeable. You can't do something when you don't have the knowledge. Knowing the right people, having the courage at the end of it all. You may have all the knowledge, but the courage now to just start and continue till the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nasima, for that. For the sake of those who missed Johannesburg, I'm just going to use about 10 minutes to please do try your best to write in the short form, because I'm just going to bring some of us to speed. Then I'm going to go into the essence of what's going to be the next. So we actually talked about levels of wealth creation. I would say life is built of model and not chances, which is what we always do. Culture, religion, race is not God's creation. They create complexity for humanity. And we also actually say that it is not difficult to be wealthy in life. It is not a guesswork. You can't use a guesswork to be wealthy in life. One of the greatest struggle man has is because they struggle to live a life you want to create. And you can't live a life that you want to create until you've been able to become the life that people can see. Now, wealth is actually not man's concept, but God's concept. The concept of wealth is originality of God's concept. And for me and you, if we still remain on this earth by December 2024, and you're not a millionaire in this group, you've not been able to improve your finances, because we're going to be talking about some formulas. Maybe we're going to have some discussion around how often do we want to meet. We're going to ask about, I'm going to, after my speaking or bringing you up to speed. And we also say that the levels of wealth creation, they are of 3 levels. One of them is revelational knowledge. And that is the knowledge where you want to be able to study the Word of God and getting the concepts or the mathematical formula that God has presented to humanity, so that you can be able to have that relationship with God, and you create your own vision through that concept. And what creation is always based on faith, because faith creates its own facts. Truth goes beyond facts. Vision is unfolding infinity possibilities, because everywhere we are in this world, we have every opportunity to create wealth. No matter how people are complaining within your environment, there's a lot of things you can do. And also, the second level is theoretical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge is important because it helps us to know the process of how to catch what we want to be and what strategy we want to be able to execute to get to that process, and finding the most effective ways in terms of how to create that wealth. And also remember, just like what I said, what one of our colleagues has said here, said that the biggest and the highest mountain on earth is not that one that you've seen out there. It starts from this guy here. Is the mindset. Your mind is the headquarter of what you want to create, because the mind is the human center that creates events in different areas. And we're also being told that whatever 4 ways we can do anything in life, whatever we want to do, always have 4 ways to create that thing of what you can do to be able to ascertain that level. The third level is experiential knowledge, where we talked about the practicing through mentorship, competence, and the people we have within ourselves. And also we talked about using that knowledge to be able to get what we are looking for. And we're being told as well that in the world statistics, that it baffles us that most wealthy people, for the white counterpart, they're 32%, according to research. And Asians, they are 23% that become wealthy. And 6% is actually that is now left to the black counterpart. And we're told the reason why most of us struggle is because when you look at the system in Africa, there's no mentorship systems. In America, there is a mentorship system, and it helps them to be able to rise easily because they create millions of businesses and things like that across the globe. And we're also being taught about sources of intelligence. We also looked at different areas in terms of perceptions, the difference between job and work, because a lot of us are just doing the job instead of us doing the work. We're told that job is anything you do that does not require intelligence. That is job. And they said your job is a business, and that is where you go on daily basis to be able to get scored. And we're told that when you have a job, they give you a job description. But work is anything you do that challenges your existence, which is your purpose on earth. And also the demand you create for it, and also how you're able to increase on those skills, on those elements in different areas. It's also up to you. We also looked at different areas in terms of the word definitions, employee trainings, and things like that. We looked at 4 ways in terms of leadership, how you can create wealth, in terms of being an implementer on the first level, the second level to be a manager, the third level to be a CEO, and the fourth level, which is your imagination. We talked about that. And we also talked about the difference between mindset, and mentality. And we're being told that mindset is what can change instantly, but mentality cannot change instantly, but it is built over time. And that's why we are here to be able to hold ourselves, because it creates events, people that play the role, and also how we can sharpen all these in different hemispheres. On the second day, we actually had a recap of that, and we now start looking at different areas in terms of goal settings and vision. And we're being told that your life is an expression of your thought. Whatever you do, it's an expression of what is in your mindset. And the greatest gift you are going to give a man is not to share your riches, but to show him or her knowledge behind how those things are created. When you look at what we do on a day-to-day basis, the white counterparts, they bring their kids right from college days, they bring them into the system. They walk all through until they're done from varsities. But the black, we rather say, you know what? You go to school and create your own business. It's a different ball game. Now, we look at goal setting in different perspectives, and we looked at the difference between precepts and concepts, and also the teachability index, and why do we need goals? What are traditions? And in terms of what's different between the business goal and the personal goal. We're told that a foolish man spends it before he has it. It is a financial sin to make money and spend it before it goes out to make more money for you. And as we're building a good community for ourselves, it is better for us to experience a moment of discomfort where we are at the moment. And in that, in achieving what we want to achieve, to be able to get where we want to go. And we also look at the non-resources and non-financial resources and financial resources, and we ended the whole day in our last meeting. Here comes a question I want to throw to everybody here. As we're going to be going on this journey, I'm going to be inviting, I'm going to be paying, I'm going to go all out. Because all I'm looking for is to add values. Even it will even come to an extent whereby whatever business you are involved in, we're going to be having maybe one-to-many or two-to-one or one-on-one. I'm going to bring in experts where we're going to be looking at your business in different areas and how we can see what kind of system or what kind of value you can add to those businesses so that you can go all out there and become a world creator, the real implementer, the CEO that's going to be taking over the space. How do you all feel about this? Anyone? How do you feel? Lindo Kutle Shabalala, how are you doing? Lindo Kutle?
Hello, hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you? I've been struggling to connect.
And now?
Hello?
So, what have you picked up so far? Okay, I think she's having an internet problem. So, right. With what I've said so far, this is going to be a community. Imagine maybe a church you attend. And in that church, you go to the church on Sunday to Sunday basis, and they invite different preachers who might be different speakers to come grow the community. And when the preachers come and they go back to where they're coming from, you still remain in the church. So I want us to get this clearly, that this is going to be a community that we're building. Non-religious, non-race, how do I put it? Color or what. We are just one in ourselves. Because in this place, we're going to be bringing a lot of people that's going to be talking to us from time to time. And also we're going to be having a lot of master classes along the line. And hopefully sometime in August, we're going to be having an August gathering where it's going to be very massive. And wherever we are from across South Africa, we're going to be traveling down, and those that are outside South Africa are going to also be traveling down by the grace of God. So we will be looking at something bigger, and we're going to be planning as we go along the line. Speakers are going to be coming from time to time to share their knowledge and give us their life practicality into what we do in the community, because we want to give a life to this community. And you know that every one of us, we're different in our specialty, and we also differ in our philosophy. But I want you to know that this community is here to give you value and not to sell you anything. We're not here to sell anything. If I'm here to sell something, I would have sold it since. But I'm not here. We're not here. Nobody's going to come on this platform to sell you something. But no matter how, I will advise that we're going to be investing into books. Let me share my e-library with you guys so that you can see that if you don't study like king, you can't get to know. My e-library, for example, that they are more than this. I have e-library, e-books for all different walks of life. Work and life, it's a book. Creating multiple streams of incomes. Qualities of self-made millionaires. I always buy a lot of audiobook, maybe when I'm driving, or maybe when I'm about to meditate in the night, or maybe when I'm reading. I want to. Financial Freedom to Ensure Yourself by Chris Wender. Living Your Dream by Mark Victor Asen. I buy all these videos most times. In 2019, these are my libraries in different areas. And I do have hard copies as well in different countries of all these books. In 2021, these are the ones I was able to buy. And also in different areas, there are books of Anthony Robinson and so on and so forth. Barack Obama, Be Obsessed, different biographies. I do that. Business specials. There are courses that we normally package for all these things as well. It depends on your businesses and things like that. There's a lot of books, ebooks, and audiobooks on that. Christian books, especially as well. Maybe on marriages, we do have them. Maybe in terms of parenting, you're struggling to be able to bring your kids up to speed, and different books in terms of callings, how to heal and all those, Christianity, to live a billionaire and millionaire lifestyles. There's a lot of books in here over the years. And there are some trainings that have also been in terms of where we train some people here and there on different areas, like some other books here and there. There are quite a lot of books. I might not be able to finish them, but what I'm just trying to say here is there is need for us to start investing in knowledge. Because if you don't have the right knowledge, you can have what you can give. And this starts from where we are right here today. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice. It's going to take a lot of discipline for us to get to where we want to get to in life. But we've got to be willing to get ourselves uncomfortable to get to where we want to be. So I want you to think about some of these things. There are a lot of books. If you read some of these, if you listen to some of this, it's going to be able to help. And from time to time, we're going to be having a book review as well as we go along the line. But I'm going to share some of these things as we go on this journey. I might not share them immediately, but they're going to be, because of I don't want to do information overload. So now I want to ask us a question here today. If we are to meet, how often do you want us to meet? Once a week, once in 2 weeks, or do you want it to be once a month? And how do we also get to measure the task and things we're going to be giving to ourselves? So I want to hear from you. Let's have a meeting on this and discussion on this. How often do you guys want us to meet on this as a family?
I'm okay with once a month.
Once a month? Okay, Dino, go ahead.
I also wanted to say once a month, but maybe in the beginning we can do once in 2 weeks and then move on to once a month.
Okay. Another person? Anyone?
Once a month sounds good.
Once a month. Fantastic. Okay. Any other view? Yeah, Megan, you wanted to say something? Pastor
I
Tabo, go ahead.
agree.
Yeah,
Once
go
a
ahead.
month.
Once a month. Okay. Pastor Tabo, go ahead.
Yeah, I think once a month is okay, but we must have at least something to do in between. Maybe some assignments and some, so that we must not, because of once a month, it's too long. There's a lot of things that are happening in between. Then you find that the morale now is going down. You're not catching up because of, you said in December you need to see some results. So we only
Fantastic.
have 12. We only have 12 months in the whole year, and now it's 6 because of we are in June. So my question is, in 6 months, what progress can you make, especially in changing your financial situation? Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. So you will want assignment as well, where we can checkmate what we've done and what has been where we were as at that time. Fantastic. So there's going to be a tracker. So another person, Harry, is the network good now? Let's hear from you. Harry? Diraj? Sarab?
Yes, I also do recommend once a month.
Once a month. Fantastic. So guys, what's going to happen? Because we're going to be having a physical gathering in August. Or is August too soon for everybody? Or what do we think? A physical gathering, August or July or September? When do we think? A physical gathering. Anyone? Okay, Dino said September. Anyone again? Morocco? Okay, I think from what I can see, it's like everybody goes for, if you want it to be for, let's do a vote now, for a physical gathering for September. Let's see your hand up. Because I want us to round up on time now, quickly. Okay, for September. I mean, for August, this is for August, a physical gathering. For August. Yeah, for August. Okay. So it shows no one is ready for August. Okay, can we see? But we need minimum of 50% to vote for when we want it to be. So now for September, let's see your honor. For September, we are, I think, 15 or 16 in number. Okay. We only have 8 people so far. We have 14 in number. 14 number. Okay, September. I think September is fine. Fantastic. So thank you so much for that. So we're going to be meeting in our next meeting, hopefully, and I'm going to be inviting one of my friend, my brother, my business partner, and hopefully it might be for about 3-hour session or 2-hour session, and it's going to be on wealth and opportunities that lies within. And in that meeting? Should we do it in about 2 weeks' time? Or we should look at, when we say in 2 weeks' time, that's going to be on the 23rd or on the 30th of June. Which of these dates do we look at? I think everybody prefers Sundays, but I don't know. Do we do 23rd or 30th of June? Anyone? Pastor Tabo? Yeah, we can see your hand up. 23rd. Okay. Okay. I can see Dino is saying 30th. Portia? Portia, what dates are you looking at? Oh, because I saw your hand up. Okay. From what I can see, 23rd, 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 30th, 23rd, 23rd. Oh, fantastic. Do we do 7 p.m. again for 23rd? Because I can see 23rd seems to be the highest. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do 7 p.m. hopefully. Okay. In this community, is Frank still here? Frank?
Yes, Doc, I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. So they said 7 p.m. for 23rd. I wanted to ask, in this community, we need every one of us to put all hands on deck in the area whereby if we're looking at September, hopefully, for the physical gathering. For those who want to travel into South Africa, we can organize for their visa, hopefully, and we can look for a way around those. But now, if we're looking at physical meeting, there's going to be a lot of things that we need to do. And this time around, I'll be looking at minimum of, because we have September. That means in our next meeting, should we look at increasing our numbers or we should still limit it to this? I want to ask that question from everybody. Daniel, what do you think?
I think we can limit
if we're doing
to
September, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was saying it depends, Doc. We can limit to this, and you said the total number it's about 19 people. You said, or how many people?
So just for this, because we are all going to become the group planner for this, for the bigger events in September. So that's why I'm looking at, formally, I was saying 500, but I don't mind if we can look at 200. We have enough number that can go around in those areas. But now it has to come to a lot of planning, because by the time we do some sessions for every 2 weeks, in the next 3 sessions, a lot of people are going to be up to speed. And by that time, you don't just want to come and just be learning these things alone and also implementing these things alone. You also want to bring your friends, maybe your partner or your colleagues, that you want them to become more better, because they're not paying for the online sessions. For the physical session, everybody must actually pay for maybe their hotel or whatever, if they're going to be traveling down, and also partaking in the buffet and things like that, those kind of things. We're going to discuss more at a larger pace on that. But we do need volunteers in different areas. And in this area, we're going to be looking at those who will be in charge of logistics, those who will be looking at venue-wise, those who will be looking at the program plan for the event, those who are also good in terms of maybe ticketing and things like that. But we're going to create an online presence for ticketing and things like that, via events and things. So we're going to do a lot of things around that area, because in that event, we're going to be looking at minimum of about, maybe to bring 4 or 5 speakers, and it's going to be very packed, maybe for about 2 days in September, but it's going to be a weekend. So what do we all think about what I said, or you want it to be 1 day? Frank, what do you think?
Look, I want to leave this with the other family members to decide whatever they come out with. I'm game.
Okay. Fantastic. Megan, what do you think?
I think based on most of the attendees' comment advising that the last sessions were a bit too short and crammed, the weekend might not be such a bad idea.
Okay, so you want it to be 2 days,
I
Saturday,
think 2
Sunday,
days would be
or Friday,
great.
Saturday.
Yes, Friday, Saturday, yes, if possible.
Okay. Chinyelu, what do you think? Okay.
For me, I think the weekends.
Weekends. So
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Say that again.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. Nasima, Siwela, what do you think?
2 days is good. I would say Friday, Saturday, so that people that are have to commute back home on Sunday are able to do so for Monday.
Okay. So let me go for one more person. Daniel, what days do you think?
I also think Friday, Saturday, though.
Okay, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So can we ask a question? So I think we can go for Friday, Saturday. But now we don't know which venue, we don't know which area, but we have to do a vote on that. Let me ask Toko, what do you think, Martin Joa?
The weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. Okay, so we're going to take a poll based on the location where we want it to be. Is it going to be in Johannesburg or is it going to be in, I don't know where you guys think? We're going to look at that. So can I ask here, who are those that will be willing to drive the poll? One, we need logistic team. We need program team, right? We need, I don't know, which other team did I mention up? Maybe those who are good with
Tickets.
flyers. Say that again?
Tickets.
Or ticketing. Yeah, flyers, ticketing, designs, and all those things. I do have web team that can actually put something of that ticketing on the website, which is going to be live, that you can send to people. They can get to buy the ticket online and things like that. They can do. But in terms of design, always good in terms of flyers, designing, and all those kind of things amongst us with graphics. Anyone? One or two or three, I don't mind. Okay, Nasima. Even Pastor Tabo. Okay. I'm gonna put your name down, Pastor Tabo and Nasima. Okay. So please, who will be interested in terms of planning the program amongst us, apart from the other two people, to plan the program itself for those 2 days? We need at least 3 people in that team of 4.
I'll join that team.
Oh, Megan. Okay. Who again? Frank, please take note of these people, of everyone that is actually nominating themselves. So for program, when I mean program, you're going to plan what do you want it to be from A to Z. And you're going to also meet maybe within yourself, within those program team of what we want and things like that. Okay? And I would actually like it to be in a place whereby maybe in the evening of those periods. Oh, dinner. Okay. Dinner. Evening of those period, maybe we can also have something like maybe an evening out. And because it's going to be on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday, yeah, we can do something in the evening of those periods. So we need more people in that program team. Anyone? We only have 2 nominations at the moment. Okay, Toko Matenjwa, thank you so much for that. Okay. So the program team will come up with the dates they want to be, which of the Friday and Saturday. So I believe Dr. Frank is going to put the names of everyone that are suggesting themselves for this. So in terms of logistics, who is going to be able to assist in this area? We need at least 3 people in this. 3 for logistics. If you've not nominated yourself before, I can nominate you. Doraj, do I nominate you for that as part of the logistic team? Sarah?
By that, sir, you mean actually finding means of transport?
Yes. And also maybe if these people that we're going to be inviting, their drop off and pick up at the airport, maybe with a company or things like that, but logistic in general.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We did need some people to join as well. So in terms of graphics, I think we'll actually have 2 people for that, which is good. And we need 1 more person. Portia, do I nominate you for logistics? Okay. Portia is going to be part of that. Logistics. I need 1 more person. Logistics. Frank, I'm going to nominate you for that. Okay. Frank?
Why not turn up?
Thank you so much. So I think with this, we've actually ascertained the major essence of why we're meeting today. And what we're going to be doing now is that I might create, I'm not sure, maybe we should, because we all have different needs in different area. But I'm just looking for a way to see what everyone actually wants. Because I see that someone actually said they want to learn to take new challenges and give back to the community, right? Somebody said they want to learn to connect with professionals. So now, the reason why I didn't want to expose every one of us today is because I just want us to be, but I do know what everybody do in this group. But as we go along the line, maybe we're going to be. So maybe what I'm going to do along the line is that we're going to have a database of professionals, of what you do, where you work, or are you open for more engagements? Are you looking at different areas? Then now there'll be different sessions we're going to be having along the line where we're going to talk about money itself. But because of time, it's a Sunday evening. I don't want to take everybody much. I don't want to take most of our time. That's why I'm trying to cut this meeting very short this evening so that we can just know that we're a community. We're here to support ourselves. We're here to hold our hands. We're here to make sure we create value for ourselves and to see how we can leave a long-lasting impression towards each other. On this note, I'm open to suggestions from everybody. If you have any suggestion or anything you wanted to contribute towards all we've discussed so far, and what do you think about the vision statement and the mission statement and the essence of our meeting today? Over to you all. Anyone? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Doc. This is Frank.
Yeah.
The meeting from our side has been an eye-opener. Hoping to receive more and also impact others from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frank, for that. Any other person? What do you think? And about the meeting in general that we've done today? Okay, so I want to leave you guys with some questions here. You see, if you want to create wealth, there are 20 questions you've got to ask yourself. Please, I want you to take notes and to write some things. And when we come back in our next session, we're going to be able to touch these 20 questions. Because by that time, I believe everybody would have actually gone to know and answer some of these things. To create wealth, you've got to be deliberate. And you can't create wealth when you've not actually put anything in place. Do you know, number one question I'm going to be asking is, do you know your present financial condition or your net worth? Do you know your present financial condition or net worth? Has everybody taken note of that?
Yes.
Number two is that, are you satisfied with your present financial condition? Are you satisfied with your present financial condition? Has everybody taken note of that? Number one, what did I say it is?
Do you know your present financial condition or net worth?
Thank you. Number two?
Are you satisfied with your present financial condition?
Number three, are you aware of the simple ways to increase your net worth? Are you aware of the simple ways to increase your net worth? These are questions. Average minds always discuss people, but great minds discuss questions and they discuss business ideas. Number four, do you have enough savings to see you through 6 months of normal living expenses if you lose that thing you're doing, that job that you called work? Anybody want to repeat that to me? Eri, what's number three? Eri Abayanze?
Yes, I'm here. Are you aware of the simple ways to improve your net worth?
Number four?
Do you have enough savings to last you for at least 6 months if anything was to happen?
Thank you. Number five, do you save money on regular basis? I know there's a lot of things popping out in your brain and in your mind. Number six, have you formed the habit of savings? Have you formed the habits of saving? Number seven, do you have a well-defined, documented financial goal? Moroke, are you with us? Moroke,
Yes.
can you hear us?
Yes.
What do I say number five is?
I didn't catch that.
Number five question, what did you write down?
Sorry, Ish. I was just busy with something. I didn't catch that.
Okay. In this place, we'll write, we take notes. I will start again. Number
Okay.
one, do you know your present financial condition or net worth? Number two, are you satisfied with your present financial condition? Have you taken note, Moroke?
Yes, I'm doing it.
Number 3, are you aware of the simple ways to increase your net worth? Number 4, do you have enough savings to see you through 6 months of living your normal living expenses, or if you lose that job or that work? Number 5, do you save money on regular basis? Number 6, have you formed the habit of saving? Number 7, do you have a well-defined, documented financial goal? Number 7. Number 8 is a stupid question, but I'll just say it. Do you have a bank account? You get it? Because there are some people that does not have a bank account. They put money into just their account at home, in their purse, in the wardrobe, in the pillow, in the Bible, and so on and so forth. Number 9, do you reconcile your bank statement every month? There was a friend of mine. The bank always charge for everything it does in the bank. They always take minimum of about, I think, 0.1%. And over the years, he never knew what that money was for until when we had one-on-one session like this. Then he approached the bank, and it was over millions that we got back from the bank through this medium by reconciling the bank account. What number was that I gave you now? Chinyelu, what number was that? Chinyelu?
That was number 9.
Number 9. Thank you. Number 10. Do you keep record of your income and expenditures? Megan, have you written that down? Megan, Whitney, are you there?
Yes, I have, sir.
So what did you write down?
Do you have record of your income and expenditures?
Fantastic. Now, number 11. Do you know how much you spend from month to month, every month? Do you know how much you spend in every month? Frank, have you written that down?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. What did I say number 11 is?
Do you know how much you spend in every month?
Thank you. Number 12. Do you spend less than you earn? Pastor Tabo, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
What did you put down now as number 12?
Yes. I was writing when you were just calling. It just went out. I'm sorry, man. Spend.
Okay.
It was about spending.
So what number are you?
No, me, I was writing 12. I wrote everything. I was just writing 12.
So you've not written anything?
No, I was writing 12. I wrote from 1 to 12 to 12.
Okay. Number 12, I said, do you spend less than you earn?
Or spend less than you earn.
Do you spend less than you earn? What you spend is different from what is coming in. In the law of financial world, we always tell people that when you want to do anything in life, where you live should be minimum of about maximum of 30% for your rent on monthly basis for those who live in a place where you pay month to month. For those who are not paying rent, congratulations. And for those who live in a country where you pay annually, I know most of you have built your own houses, but at least your annual income should not be, your renter should not be more than 20-30% of your income. So, number 13, do you avoid major credit purchases? Number 13, do you avoid major credit purchases? If you want to be wealthy, there's a good debts and there are bad debts. There's going to be a lot of things we're going to be teaching ourselves. Teach to be rich is a secret of the wealthy ones. But we're going to learn some of these things. Number 13, what did I say it is? Harry? Harry? Oh, I think it's not here. Okay.
You see, Harry, sorry.
Okay, Eric, yeah? What is number 13?
Okay. Do you avoid major credit purchases? I think that's what he said.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Number 14. Do you take advantage of all savings and investment opportunity that comes your way? Do you take advantage of all savings and investment opportunity that come your way? Did you write that down, Saraf?
Yes.
Number 15 is, do you have any investments that helps reduce your taxable income? Do you have any investment that helps reduce your taxable income? In South Africa, in the UK, there are a lot of schemes. Even in the US, 401k. In South Africa, there's what we call easy equity. When you invest into that yearly, 36,000 grand is tax-free. Do you know about that?
Yes, Doc, I do know about it. Yes, I do know about that.
Fantastic.
They even made it easy now. The banks do offer the call account that is tax-free investment as well.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. One day we're going to, all these things, they are topic on their own. Number 16, do you diversify your investments? Do you diversify your portfolio investments? They're a topic on their own. Toko, Matenjoa, do you understand that question?
Yes.
What does it mean?
It means that do you look at different areas of investing and just don't focus like on just one area?
Fantastic. There's what we call paper and non-paper investments. There are virtual investments, there are paperless, and there are paper investments. There's quite a lot of them. Investment is a topic on its own. One of these days, we're going to crack some of these things. We're on a journey in this community. What number is it now?
17.
17.
17.
Do you have a brilliant financial advisor? One of my students, I remember, I'm not pretty sure if, oh, I think it's gone now. He's not here. When Ari was actually doing transactions and after profit of about $2 million. Ari Nova. I asked him, who are your financial advisor? And he told me, oh, one of my uncle. I said, no. Just like the way we have marital coach, we have financial coach, we have football coach, we have spiritual coach or mentor, we have financial coach, we have investment coach. As a family, we have all these things. We have portfolio coach and mentor in different areas. So when you look at everything we're talking about, guys, we've not finished. Right. So the next one is going to be number 18. Do you have a plan for your children, college, and education? I know some people, please forgive me. This is actually, maybe it might be, some people don't want to have children, but for this one, you can just put it down in case maybe you want to adopt, or maybe you want to, but I just feel like it's good. Because when you're building wealth, you have to look at successions in different areas. Okay? So, what number is that? What number?
19. So we are moving to 19 now.
19. Thank you. Number 19 is, do you own a house? Do you own a house where you live? Maybe as an investment, or maybe where you've invested into for a while and you're earning money. I remember when I was in Ghana, we went to see Frank. I think you were in the meeting then with my wife when we went to see where we bought in Accra, in the beach, in the front of the beach, 4 hectares of land in front of the beach. And it's worth over $20-something million. Frank actually went with us then. And I told him something that day. I said, where do you live? Frank said, sir, I built my own house as well. That's why you see I'm always, I said, that's good. But if you don't have a house, I'm going to open your eyes to a lot of opportunity here. If you're a South African, even non-South African, within 3 months on this journey, my wife is into real estate in South Africa. We will help you to get a house anywhere. And the deposit, the bond, it might even be zero. There's a lot of things to this. Information is what differentiates the poor and the rich. We have a lot of things we do in this space, in South Africa entirely, even in the world. So, number 20. Do you have a plan to retire in comfort? Do you have a plan to retire in comfort? So, when you want to be wealthy in life, you've got to have what I call FIT, financial intelligence. And all these questions is what the rich and the wealthy one use. Yes, Mama, I can see your hand up. Do you know?
Sorry, Doc, I just want to know, number 20 said, do you have a plan to retire? I'm missing the last part.
Comfort.
Oh, in comfort. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, in comfort. I know by the time before you sleep this night, this question is not something you can answer now. You have to put on Excel. You have to check. The last time I met with Whitney Megan, I'm not sure if you were there when I talked about 20 places where money hides. Whitney? Megan? Whitney, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Were you there when I talked about 20 places where money hides?
I can't recall the topic, sir. I don't think so.
Oh, I think maybe you were not around that time. So,
Yeah.
thank you. Money is not just paper. Money is universal. Money is a currency that flows. When you look at your banking app, the money flows to somewhere and it comes from somewhere because value is exchange. Money is defined as a medium of exchange, which is now being categorized into different categories. 4 of them. One is time. That's what people pay for. 2 is knowledge, because the knowledge you know, what you know is what people pay for on the application of it and the system you put. And number 3 is energy. And number 4 is skills. Money is a reward for solving problem. And money hides in different places. But I'll only give you 10 places today. Money hides in people. Everybody that is on this platform today, our money is hiding inside everybody. Money hides in problems. Whatever thing you go through in life, I remember my session with Megan. I said, your singing skills is a talent, it's money. Do you remember? Whitney, you remember that?
Yeah.
When I
Yes,
told you,
definitely.
how many records have you done now?
I've got 2.
You've got 2 now. Are they
Yes.
now hosted now on Spotify or iTunes?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. So, and by the way, Whitney, she's a musician, a gospel musician. Let's just use the opportunity to sell you here now. And she's a mother, she's caring, you know. So, money hides in gifts. Money hides in gifts. Whatever thing that you have passion for, that people are already telling you that thing that you're doing, you can make money from it. Be it dressing, be it the way you talk, be it the way you walk, be it that joke you crack at any time, be it the way you even advise people. When people say you are good at this thing, my sisters and brothers, monetize it. Money hiding opportunities. Opportunity never present themselves at any time in life. It only comes when you are not even ready. And if you want to be wealthy in this life, you've got to look at products and services, because money hides in products and services. What people consume on a daily basis. If you're able to create, no matter how little that thing is, and you're able to sell that thing, you make hell of money. And money hides in ideas. Money hides in vision. Money hides in work. And money hides in the seed. And money hides in the creator, which is every one of you today. On the last note, money is a currency. It flows in the direction that values are being exchanged. Consider the 20 questions I've told you today. Now, our next class, we're going to be answering some of these questions. And everybody must come prepared. And please, can you do me a favor by at least bringing minimum of two to 5 people into our next class, our next session, because I'm going to invite a brother who is a billionaire into that meeting. And I know it's going to take at least 2 to 3 hour session. But we're going to answer all these questions prior to that time. If you take all these questions like this without answering them in our next class, I don't think we'll be able to do something great that day, because we're going to be building on this in our next session. So colleagues, partners, we've come to the end of our day, but I believe I've left you with some questions that It's going to take some days and weeks, and you're going to answer them. And we'll talk about some of these things in our next. It's part of the secret of the wealthy ones, and these are what we practice on a daily basis. And I want to hold your hands. I can't wait to see you at the top. Just imagine in a place where we're all in a private jet, just parking beside our decks. And when they said that product, when you buy 3 products in ShopRite or Spar, it belongs to any of our team members. Or they're talking about houses, it belongs to any of our team members. Or you're talking about the highest grown churches. We're talking about our team members. Talking about banks. We own the highest share in those companies. We're talking about the oil deals. We're talking about the gold mines. We're talking about agricultural products. We're talking about different services. When they can't do without mentioning any of our team member names. That is where we're going. I'm here as a lion to hold your hand so that we can win this race together. It is easy to make money. It only takes determination. It takes those who are hungry. No matter the money a rich man has, he still need more money. I believe we've all been blessed today. It's not a class, it's just an introduction. Thank you so much. What have you learned today, guys? Before we conclude it, because we only have 8 minutes before we go. Over to you all.
Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, the questions are just getting me so nervous to even dig deep and look at my statements and, and especially the last one where it talks about retirement. My goodness. Wow. So informative, eye-opening. So grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sima, for that. You know one thing, what some of these things you're getting here, if you're to go for some sessions, you pay a lot of money for them. But I'm not after anybody's money. I'm mates. My students will tell you, everybody here, they will tell you, they'll bear witness. There's nowhere I want to be in the next few hours that I can't go. I've worked and I'm retiring in 2 years' time. So I'm here. My vision is to see that you guys become millionaire before December. One day we're going to sit down, we'll open our bank accounts and say, okay, this thing, do you really need it? There are ways you measure things if you want to spend money. You ask, is it urgent? Is it very urgent? Is it urgent and necessary? Is it urgent and very necessary? How about that? That bottle of beer you buy for 20 rand is a block, is a bricks that you can use to build a house. Imagine how many bricks you've consumed and has gone down the toilet. If you don't save in rainy season, you will not be safe when it is dry season. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening. Any other person want to tell us what they've learned so far today? You're right, Sarab, what have you learned? Toko, what have you learned?
Planning is important.
Money is important. It shows that money speaketh, money is quiet, right? Toko, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Money is not evil. People say money is evil. It's a wrong mindset. It's a wrong myth. Money is necessary and it is a tool. When you have money, everybody in the world will know you. There are places that if I'm not around, they make decisions. Sima, you wanted to say something? Nasima?
Yes, I wanted to say that I always have this, I say money is the root of joy and comfort.
Pastor Tabo, do you agree with that?
Yes, I do, 100%.
100%. Okay, any other person wants to share something? See, when I want to go, when we want to go to bed, when I'm going to sleep around 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, because my own day always starts around 6 p.m. in the evening. I read over the night most times. I always go to bed as a king. Say, you know what? I think if I die today, our kids can be poor in life because there are systems, there are businesses for them. And that's why I'm only deliberate. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Okay, I wanted to share what stood out for me actually.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so basically, what stood out for me tonight is the fact that as a team, what's mine is yours. When you mentioned something about, well, when you purchase this, you don't just purchase it for yourself, you purchase it for the team, you understand, as a family and all, to share in that in this abundance and everything. And I'm happy and grateful now that that is our reality. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Perry. Anybody? And by the way, Harry owned one of real estate businesses in Nigeria as a developer. Okay. Guys, in the absence of nothing, I still believe we're going to meet on the 23rd by the grace of God. And please start inviting your friend now. You need their full names, their emails, and put it on the platform. So Frank can start adding them and let them know the roles that the group is strictly for the community, not for marketing. You understand me? And I can't wait to hold your hand, guys. Because when you are great, when you are a millionaire at what you do, your family will not be able to do without you. Even your friends, your associates. Everybody has more than 200 people on their phone. But how many of them are wealthy? And what value have they added to your life? Thank you so much, guys. This is the end of our presentation and our meeting for today. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.